Let's see how it goes. Veloce trying to make a bid for a top 2 spot in Europe and auto qualification for LAN. That seems where they're headed right now. Endpoint, they still have a lot of kinks to work out in their armor getting ready for this matchup.
And Veloce finally getting some respect. The entire desk this morning picking Veloce for both matches, and in the first match they didn't disappoint. It was a dominating performance from them. And now they take on Endpoint and can close out the day 2-0. And like Gibbs said, this is a situation where, that top 2 hunt is really becoming a reality. And, this is a team that has the ability to do it again.
I really think so. I think Veloce right now have really found their full flow as a team. Last season, they felt like a team that was greater than the sum of their parts. I still think that defines Veloce. These 3 players separately are good, but together they're great. And they're becoming more and more fun to watch as we start to pick apart this team and figure out what makes them tick.
All the great teams really have that dynamic. Even you think Reciprocity, they're a similar team where the sum's greater than the parts. And, Turbo, he came in and brought that to NRG as well when he joined. So that is a mark of a team that can win and win the big games.
We'll see what Endpoint can do against an almost impenetrable defense from Veloce today and last week. And Flame back over to Freaky. We don't mention Flame's name a lot, but he is part of what makes Veloce's defense so good. His touch is very consistent. And consistency is the name of the game. If you're Veloce, Cassio, long pass from Freaky with the space as well, but it is knocked down. Flame will keep it going here for Veloce early. It is Veloce ball. Flame wanted it, but it is taken away by Relating Wave.
And then dual demo, Virtuoso also getting another one. So 2 players having to respawn for Veloce. Nachito going for that one.
Oh, another demo. This time from Flame, opened up space for Cassio to maybe make a challenge on this ball, but he'll take the boost and leave.
And I like that play. You threaten the challenge, make them go for it, and as soon as they jump, you take the boost and get out.
And you'll see players do that. That happens
all the time.
All the time. It's one of the best ways to confirm those attacking boosts, which is so critical in a lot of these matchups.
And you just have to hope that the player doesn't call your bluff, because what you're trying to do as a challenging player there is getting them to give up possession, hit it downfield. The counter to that is controlling the ball.
Ooh, that shot just off the post for Endpoint. Endpoint right now doing well, handling Veloce's attempts to move to the orange half of the field. Relating Wave up again. He does have another touch. He's under Cassio, and Relating Wave beats the defense himself. Endpoint have a lead.
What a way to start at Relating Wave. You see him delaying his touch. He used up every ounce of boost. Cassio thought he was going to make contact with the ball earlier. The delayed contact throws off the challenge from Cassio, and then you see the last defender in net. He was expecting Cassio to at least get a piece of it, but no, then the ground pinch comes out.
Wonderful. From another goal for Endpoint.
And Nachito this time. By the way, Jinx.
Got him. Yeah. Well, I owe you a soda, James. How about that? Classic. But yeah, Nachito taking advantage. The 2 minutes, it's Endpoint.
And Freaky was right there. He was so close to getting the save. The defense, which was so good for Veloce last week and the start of this week, coming up short these times.
I mean,
due to some good plays. These are good plays from Endpoint.
Yeah, Relating Wave had that wonderful solo effort, and that's something that he was able to do a lot in the rival series. Freaky shot turned away. It's a double commit. Cassio, big whiff. Flame will have to play it to the corner. Cassio with the boost can't win the challenge against Relating Wave. But, we saw Relating Wave and Virtuoso, but here's Flame. Couldn't get back to it. Shot blocked again. But this team in the rival series made a lot of splashy, really fantastic plays, and they're starting to finally find that in the RLCS. Vert has the shot for Relating Wave. Right off the pass, 3-0 Endpoint start this, James.
And this was a quality challenge by Relating Wave. Virtuoso also beats out the defender, and then Freaky was running back. He misread it off the backboard. Relating Wave then takes advantage. So we've seen some defensive miscues. Veloce getting overpowered on the 50-50s. And what we saw in the rival series was an equal spread of all the effort and all the work. And that is playing out right now.
Oh.
Relating wave, another one.
This touch is so good as he comes off the wall. First, it's a good catch to get it over the defender. That second touch is great. But then he tees it right down to hit it on the corner of his Octane to get as much power as he can right as the ball is bouncing
like he
up.
wave dash into the shot as well to get that extra power. And so he in getting that little extra touch, we've seen him a couple times now beat out Cassio.
Is he going to do it again? Oh, double top. No good.
But he beats out Cassio by getting that unexpected move. Last time he delayed his touch. This time he got a speedy touch right before Cassio could get to it. Endpoint has Veloce's number.
And there's still so much time left. Virtuoso over to Relating Wave. Watching this Endpoint team before the season had started, one of my criticisms of this team was that they were always in position to be able to challenge the ball, or sometimes they would be positioned better than the other team, but they wouldn't go for it. They didn't have the confidence. And they would give the other team space where they didn't need to, and I felt like that was the main thing hindering this team. In this series against Veloce, it's been the exact opposite. They're positioning good, and they're taking advantage of that. Veloce will pick up a goal with about a minute left.
See if that's enough to kickstart something. It would take a miracle for them to come back. It was a great pass from Cassio, who pinched it off the backboard so that he could get that out and to Freaky in the middle. Without that pitch, there was no way Cassio was going to get enough power to get it out to the middle with the direction he was coming from. So a good response, a nice goal, but it might seem a little late.
Now, especially with this pressure in the demo Relating Wave, that's 4 goals on 4 shots, 100% for Relating Wave.
And this one, Freaky didn't get the biggest clear, and Virtuoso, he deletes Cassio off the field. And Cassio was the last one who could have made the stop.
I mean, this is just the most unexpected start to a series today.
And they are crushing them. And the thing that I've always loved about particularly Relating Wave, even in the rival series, he's so smart with how he controls the ball, especially in his own corners. He knows when to take the space.
He scored a goal that way.
Yeah, his positioning is always so good, and he knows what he can get away with.
And his touches, they're just, everything is with intent with Relating Wave. That goal that he scored from the corner, Ashton might find another one, but it is bodied away. But he had to beat 2 defenders on his way to the net, and then he had that wave dash off the sidewall to make sure he got power as he ran out of boost. And Endpoint are not letting their foot off the gas. Like, they're just putting shot after shot onto Veloce's net right now.
And they're getting aggressive. These demos, the bump on Flame. Flame actually got pool shot into that. And we've seen it even just moments before. It was another backboard pass, and right after the backboard pass, going immediately for the demo, and they got it. Endpoint with a convincing victory in game 1.
Relating Wave had that first goal with the ground pinch to finish it, but he had that first, it was the 50 win in midfield and good control in the air. Relating Wave, 4 goals, 3 assists for Virtuoso, getting that ever-elusive playmaker. And here is that Relating Wave goal, that first touch in the air to beat the defender, and then this ground pinch.
A thing of beauty.
This just got away from Veloce early. In the first 2 minutes, it was 3-0. For Endpoint, actually, it was 4-0. At 3:11, it was 4-0. Endpoint. Veloce, they didn't have any space to work with at all. Endpoint, they were gap closers.
Well, you had Virtuoso and Relating Wave just doing damage over and over with those demos, and also defensively, Veloce, they were crumbling.
Yeah.
There were multiple instances where they needed to get that hit, and normally they've been making those key touches that slow down the attack, but it just wasn't happening this game. You could tell they were reeling from the aggression from Endpoint, and they just never could recover.
And last week when we saw Veloce play against Reciprocity didn't play as aggressive of a series, and Veloce, they're sharks against teams like that want to play a little bit more passively or play a more relaxed type of rotation, whereas Endpoint have that aggressive play style is playing against what Veloce want to do, and they haven't been able to counter it. So for Veloce, it's about adjusting how they approach this ball on defense and getting solid touches. Shoring that up, small things for Veloce. And they've been able to recover off of bad losses before. It's a long series. Flame is touched to nobody, so Freaky will come in, win another 50. Veloce started off the first game on the attack, but then it slowly swung into Endpoint's favor. That's a net for Freaky. Tried to get it high off the backboard. Needs a shot for Flame, and he's got it. Veloce score the first of game 2.
I was a little worried about this setup. Freaky goes for the backboard pass. Nachito jumps for it because he thinks that Freaky might be going for a double tap. He almost made that save. Now, I thought Flame had put that ball in a savable spot. It was a close call, but Veloce still put that one in, and they start off game 2 right.
And it was Flame picking up the goal, who probably scores the least for Veloce. He is the lowest scorer on Veloce between Casio and Freaky. He does pick up one for his team. Relating Wave pops this up for Virtuoso and taken away by Casio on the backboard. Followed up by Flame. And Freaky with a little bit of space in midfield. It's got a shot on net. Relating Wave diving save in the air.
And he got bumped.
And Flame sets it up, but it's taken away again.
If Relating Wave, he had gotten bumped by Freaky, if he goes more airborne, he does not get back in time for that save.
As it stands, Relating Wave keeps the scoreline at 1. Downfield, I love this transition game from Endpoint. Midfield, it's this high ball, trying to challenge the backboard high up. Veloce have stabilized and are able to contend, and this shot is blocked again, this time by Nachito. Freaky will keep this play alive in the orange half. Flame next up, he's got a pass to Casio, and it's no good. Blocked by Relating Wave. Virtuoso blocked out on his attempt on the clear. Freaky on the catch, around the corner, nothing. Nachito trying to stop Veloce's assault.
And we're seeing more bumps coming out from Veloce. It's getting some chances. A miss from Freaky, however. Relating Wave lobs it back, double commit. Rough situation for Veloce.
Casio got in a good 50 win to buy Flame and Freaky time to get reset on the net. And they are set for this. Oh, they pitched it off of the inside of the posts to get that ball out. And it was a double commit. They neutralized the effect that'll have.
That's about as close as it can get.
But Endpoint, they were able to retool. Because of that, they grabbed some more boosts. There's a little bit of space, but Virtuoso forced back to his own left corner. And we demoed out. Flame off the back wall, taken away by Nachito. Good defense from Endpoint, but they haven't had a lot of opportunities since that last pinch. They've been playing defense.
And you like the adjustments that you see from Veloce. Last game getting pushed around. This time they're taking the fight to Endpoint. Casio staying upfield at a few key moments, looking for that extra hit to throw off the rotations. Now we're seeing a double commit. Freaky passing it across net. Can't find anyone, but possession still in favor of Veloce as they lock down the midfield.
Oh, and Freaky on the attempted catch, he got bumped. And it's cleared out by Endpoint. Endpoint played that defensive bounce really well, getting the ball out into space, preventing immediate shots on net on the rebound. That's a good touch from Virtuoso. And now Nachito keeps it in play. Relating Wave, diving touch in front. Virtuoso will keep it going. This is a good sequence by Endpoint, but then flipping back around was Freaky and Flame to get the ball out.
And a very good play from Virtuoso to buy some time. Both his teammates were streaking back to get boost. Now we'll see if Relating Wave can go for this flip reset. He gets it, goes for the corner, and it's saved from Casio.
Casio was in the perfect spot. He had every option on the net covered for that flip reset. It had to be higher up if they wanted a goal. Instead, they're forced to try again. That was a huge effort from Relating Wave, but just great positioning by Casio.
Casio has had a couple of those post pinchers that go out. You think of the one that was shot high into the upper left corner. This one to the lower right, he's got all of the net covered. Casio just in the nick of time getting these saves.
But Endpoint still can't find a goal. They have some good pressure here. Relating Wave gets a good touch, and he takes the ball out to the side wall for Nachito. He's got some space, Vert too far back to go for it. Cassio will have another clear. Oh, and Cassio wins a huge 50 on Relating Wave's attempted clear boomer, but Endpoint get the ball back to the blue half. How do they approach? They have midfield. Shot on target, no. Little wide, taken away by Freaky. Virtuoso giving way for Relating Wave. Relating Wave, nothing. Freaky wins a massive challenge. But Endpoint keep the ball in the air. Flame wants to kill this. Catch from Relating Wave. He still got it on the top of his car, but the flick be right into Veloce, who hang on to a 1-goal victory.
And an important challenge there at the end. Freaky coming through in the clutch with that challenge, sending it downfield. And then at the end, we saw the flick wasn't enough to keep the ball in play. Veloce, they got that quick one right at the start, and then the defense shored up. We saw Veloce answer back to the aggression, going for bumps of their own, but we also saw some very close calls. Cassio saving a few post pinchers.
Yeah,
as we take a look at that one. Yeah, you see Freaky actually got the first touch, and then Cassio got the second.
Kind of look, he just like zinged it over to the post, and it just banged off of it, and then another.
The second one, and then the follow-up, if Virtuoso can get more power on that, if it bounces just before his car, maybe he gets a little better of a shot. But he had to react instantly, so a close game.
I mean, Cassio, absolutely a big game from him. I really liked what I saw from Endpoint in this game. They had a lot of great ideas. They just weren't able to generate a ton of shots on net, and I just think that was credit to those pinches where it would have been continuous pressure from Endpoint, because Endpoint, the way they were positioned, they were like, yeah, he's going to get this clear. It's just going to jut out right in the third, and we're ready for it. But instead, those pinches forced them back to their own back wall several times. And had they been able to maintain pressure in either of those situations, it may have been a tie game, because they were pressing. They were making defenders miss. They were making plays happen, especially Relating Wave. Relating Wave is really trying to open up opportunities for his team.
And almost that flip reset was so close. It was inches away. But Veloce made great adjustments. They stayed upfield a little more, trying to get the small touches that throw off the counterattack, getting the extra bumps that slow them down. I like what I saw. I like what I'm seeing from both teams, really.
It's been entertaining so far. I mean, Endpoint, they smacked Veloce game one, but that was just unexpected completely.
Yeah, but game one, Veloce did not look that solid, but Endpoint looked so good. Then in game two, we started to see Veloce buckle down, get things done, and hold back this Endpoint offense, which tore them to shreds in the first game.
And I want to see more of this good Endpoint defense. While they did allow the goal, there were a lot more opportunities from Veloce. They had 8 more that were saved, all of them, by Endpoint. Now, as good as Veloce's defense was, Endpoint's was almost just as good. They have to be careful, though. There was a double commit earlier, and then the 2 whiffs from Relating Wave. A shot on target right into Virtuoso.
Virtuoso bailed out Relating Wave, who had jumped for the first hit, used up about 13 boost, ended up just having to let it go because he didn't get the right angle. And then when he landed, he was out of position to go for that second save. And that was why we saw the shot come in. Virtuoso stretching for that save.
Veloce, well, there's Flame, space. Tried a little bit of mind games with low boost. Cassio was following close behind. For Cassio and Flame both collecting those attacking boosts. Freaky will boom this out. Met by Virtuoso. Cassio back to Freaky. Freaky just straight up wins the 50 against Relating Wave. But again, Endpoint handle the pressure well, and they clear the ball out again. Veloce are forced to stretch the distance of the pitch.
And Relating Wave was waiting in the middle from that pass from Nachito. It just never came. Perhaps opting to go for the battering of the backboard. We'll see if it works for him. The lob, the demo, numbers advantage.
And Cassio forced to dump the ball out on the play. He actually gets the boost and the 50 win, but Virtuoso on the backboard has the clear. Flame off the pass from Freaky. It was a close one in midfield against Relating Wave. Now back to Cassio, but blocked by Virtuoso. Freaky jumping back in front. A Relating Wave will have the clear halfway through. And again, is a battle of the defenses between Veloce and Endpoint.
A battle of attrition. You can see both sides.
Uh-oh.
Struggling to handle the pressure.
Ooh. feel like Veloce got away with one there. That one came off the crossbar. Flame had no boost on the backboard. Had it gone low enough, I'm not sure he would have gotten to it. Freaky, his attempted shot taken away by Nachito. Now relating wave. He wins this touch. Can he win the second? He does give it back to his teammate Virtuoso.
And a big pinch. Relating wave didn't have any boost for the follow-up. That pinch got it by the defender. Now a good hit. The bounce read by Relating Wave, safely hit to the corner.
Cool. Virtuoso tried to find another 50 win. This is going to come down to one mistake. Who's going to make that mistake? Or can it be someone like Relating Wave to create an opportunity all on his own?
Freaky, a little slow in net. Goes right to Nachito. The shot. Cassio was up high to save it.
And quickly up for it was Flame. Did make another win on the 50. Cassio up for it quickly. Veloce's approach to the ball has been very good to prevent return clears from Endpoint. Freaky wins one up high in front of the box. Flame first to this. He gets the touch. Dangerous ball in front, but Relating Wave has it for now.
Flame.
Quick pass shot, and it's off wide of the post. Cassio back to Freaky. Off the back wall, looking for a shot. Veloce score! Cassio puts it in!
And this was a whirlwind. Fists of fury from Veloce. Backboard hit after backboard hit after backboard hit, and then when they can't take any more, Cassio delivers the knockout blow.
And after all of those opportunities, quick transitions from Endpoint, well-handled defense, it's Veloce who come away with a goal, and then Freaky comes up with a massive save past a Relating Wave. He's over one. Relating Wave plays it slow. Flame barely gets the clear. Relating Wave almost does it himself, and the rebound is not his. Veloce get down the field, preventing a goal from Endpoint. I mean, that was as close as it gets if you're Endpoint to tie this game up.
And it's not over yet. Ball's down. Freaky challenge. Relating Wave will get it off the backboard. Flame, a huge touch.
So high in the air, and everyone's on the retreat for Endpoint. They're going to have to play. Well, Nachito had just boomed it downfield to Cassio. Relating Wave got bumped. Now Nachito has to turn around. Time's running out. In game
Final
3.
attack here, Jorby.
He's got no boost. He's got to try to chase it down. One more for Virtuoso, and it is just knocked away by Freaky. Veloce are in control.
And apparently that's Freaky's trademark, is when the game is on the line, it's a one-goal game, and you have a team driving it downfield, Freaky will win that challenge for you. Did it right there to shut down Endpoint. And what a flurry that was from Cassio and Freaky to get the only goal of the game.
And Freaky had that massive save near the end of the game where he had to read the touch as it came to him.
So look at this. Cassio hits it. Freaky hits it back to Cassio. Cassio finishes it off, and it was all started out with Flame hitting it off the backboard as well. Everyone getting involved. And I love that touch from Cassio. He doesn't go for the shot. He knows a defender is coming in for the challenge. So instead of trying to poke it towards net, he hits it straight off the wall. He knows that he's got Freaky sitting in the middle of the field, and Freaky does the exact same thing. He knows that the best chance is to take that one more setup touch, go for the backboard hit to get it out to the middle, and Cassio did not disappoint.
It's sort of similar to what we say about Dignitas, is you never know when they're actually going to shoot the ball. This time, Veloce was using the backboard to help them out, but you did see it, that one touch from Cassio, the defender dove expecting a shot, and then the next touch, they dove expecting a shot.
When defenses are so tough to crack, like in this game with Endpoint, their defense was holding up. Veloce had to be creative. They had to get that extra touch to just wear down the defense to a point where saving the ball was just not possible. And so all those build-up touches, they force Endpoint to stay in net. They force them to use boost to go for those challenges that they were missing. So by the time Cassio's shot's coming in, and there you go. You know, they cut me off.
That's okay.
I'm trying to explain the last play. Endpoint doesn't score a goal all last game, and Nachito this time air dribbles it past Cassio.
They hadn't scored a goal in 2 games. And Nachito was able to punch that in off the kickoff. It was 2-1 goal. It was 1-0 wins in a row for Veloce. That's how close it's been defensively.
It really has. Game 1, you kind of raised your eyebrows because Relating Wave, he went insane. He went insane. 4 goals. You don't really see that too often.
And he even tried in game 2, but Veloce had clearly settled down and figured it out. And it was really just a great diving play by Casio. So Veloce...
A miss from Flame as well.
Oh, and it's going to be Nachito punishing off the corner. 2-0 for Endpoint.
Relating Wave went for the double tap. He didn't get the hit, but Virtuoso also beat Freaky to that ball. Casio did his best, but Nachito finishes it off for his second, and it all stemmed from that miss from Flame. Flame was rushing back as fast as he could because he knew that if he didn't get that touch, Veloce was going to be in an almost indefensible situation.
A 2-goal lead, well, I was about to say, a 2-goal lead feels huge after the last 2 games, but we might be back to game 1.
Flame gets a small touch.
What was that?
And did he hit it again?
I think he did. It bounced off him. Casio's like, thanks. Inertia's great.
Oh, when things work out, they work out.
You take it.
You certainly do.
I still think my point still stands. The defense might shore up here. So Endpoint will be happy to try to retain this 1-goal lead, as Veloce have in the last 2. But Nachito, 2 goals. Up high for Freaky. And these are both just high balls in the corner. Both teams kind of finesse their way out. Here's Casio. He does get his way past Nachito, who gets bumped. Now Casio back to Freaky, and it's an easy tie game.
What on earth? Casio bumps Nachito, and Nachito hit the ball past the next defender.
He's clearly the pinball
what
wizard.
Is this, Angels in the outfield?
Pinball
What is
wizard.
happening right now for Veloce?
You grab the launcher in pinball, that's what Casio is. And he just launches the ball forward, and then it just bounces everywhere, and you get free points. That's how it works.
You can see a little egg with a Veloce t-shirt waving their arms right now like they're flying. They see something on the field. It's magic.
Do they have arms?
No.
Well, it's tied. So, again, Endpoint, they're trying to get to game 5, and it was a early 2-goal lead. You had a chance with the way you were playing defense to lock down Veloce big time, who were only able to score 1 goal in the last 2.
A huge demo. The net's open. If Virtuoso, he knew that Casio was streaking back and would have gotten back in time, so he was trying to pop it off the hood, maybe get a tee up for his teammates. But Veloce, they are down but never out.
Relating Wave just getting back to this touch. He'll be able to clear it to space. Nachito at least gets a touch. Endpoint trying to move by midfield, but Flame and Freaky are on the way. Both committing on it. Freaky teed it up, but Relating Wave booms it back downfield. Responded with a boomer of Casio's own. High balls here for Endpoint. Virtuoso gets the dunk off the post. Flame has the clear. And Nachito, little late to get to it, allowed Freaky to get the challenge.
If there was a quicker follow-up, that net was so wide open.
Virtuoso on the air, dribble off the backboard. Shot from Nachito is good, and it's a hat trick and a goal for Endpoint.
Big shot from Nachito. Virtuoso going for the air dribble, the challenge coming out. Freaky, Flame, Casio, they were all right next to each other. None of them could stop it.
Extra disrespect for putting the ball right in front of them. For Nachito, Endpoint. Outpouring of offense and a spilling of the milk on defense.
So, this game has me scratching my head. Flame, the perfect cheat up. The ball rolls right back to him. That's a tough thing to plan. That is a tough thing to plan. Veloce,
Fortune favors Veloce.
I don't want to say it's been lucky, but some of the plays
Fortune favors
are irregular.
Yeah. I mean,
like the play where Casio bumped, he bumped an Endpoint player into the ball and it got around the defender. And now Flame with the go-ahead goal for Veloce. It's just destiny.
This time it's all Veloce, though. It's a great catch from Freaky and a great dump down to Flame right on his nose. Relating Wave is left stunned on the net. Good luck saving that, having to hop off the line. He was already far forward, having to turn and jump right at that.
Veloce piling it on.
Good luck. Oh, wait, no, it's saved. This time by Freaky, but Endpoint aren't done. There's a look from Virtuoso. He wanted the pass to Relating Wave. He's just trying to slow down the transition from Veloce. Flame underneath finds Casio. Relating Wave wants to control. He found a demo, but lost the ball. Now against the backboard, Nachito taken away. Again by Veloce. Back in the orange corner for Virtuoso. Boomer downfield to give Endpoint a little bit of space. Up high on this, it's a whiff and a bailing out by Nachito. Came up with a big save. Nachito's doing a lot in game 4 to try to give Endpoint a game 5 chance at Veloce. They need a goal now. He scored 3.
He was so good game 1. They need his presence right now. Less than a minute left, down by 1, and a whiff from Virtuoso. Relating Wave also floating, does get the touch.
Ooh, and the challenge will give Endpoint a chance down the field, but they had Relating Wave, and he had a little bit of space. The ball was coming fast. He had to make a snap decision. Maybe not the one they wanted. And now, turn back from their own end. Time running out for Virtuoso. He's over 1.
Relating Wave in the middle. Nachito gonna help out, putting it downfield. Casio doesn't have enough boost to get the dunk, but Flame will help him out.
Relating Wave out of boost as well. And that's just out to the side, and the dunk from Freaky!
This wasn't a dunk. This was a pass from Flame. Flame getting this extra touch. Freaky jumps. Look at him. He hits it into Freaky.
Wow.
Next level from Veloce.
Unbelievable play to close out this series for Veloce. Well, I think that their monikers decided, James. We said it during the pre-show. These guys are clutch.
They're
Veloce
clutch.
win again.
And they've got something special.